And I think from my understanding, this is supposed to kind of be a visual novel, from my understanding. At least that's what I had heard. But nonetheless, we're gonna get into it. So, let's see. Help me begin your story. How does it go again? Long ago, deep in the forest, monsters called the Wallamis. That's right, long ago, nestled in the heart of the forest was the monster village of Omen. You were born from slime that owes the memory of monsters known for actions and attitudes, words and thoughts. Words and thoughts. You're not awake yet, but soon your first eye will open. Your simple dreams will give way to life itself. You dream of helping the sick and soothing the woeful, outsmarting everyone else, speaking true when others lie. Your body is turning and twisting, growing solid in the middle of a great vat of green slime. It's time to be born. Okay. Be born? Yes, be born. You awaken in the chilling season, just as the air begins to turn crisply cool. Onward! Your eye is open. You're a morsel, just barely born. You float in the spawning vat. Dozens of other morsels are exploring, frailing, and stealing food from each other. Try to swim? Another morsel swims towards you. It opens its mouth to show a set of small sharp teeth. It bites you. Aye! Swim away from the toothy morsel. What? This is intolerable. Stop biting. You pause, unable to. Hello, Terry. How are you today? Yeah, I'm back on cam today. I'm feeling a little bit better. Yesterday, I kind of just wanted to have a chill stream, so I didn't want to really do cam, and then I wasn't feeling too well. But I'm feeling a little better now. I have my beverage here, and I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I'm also glad to see that you made it safe through the storm as well. You pause, unable to believe that another morsel is trying to eat you. After a moment, you snap out of it and start to move again. Resist it, kill it, unite other morsels to repel the attack. Fuck it, we're gonna kill it. Grrr, you rip into the violent morsel. It has fangs, but you have claws. Keep fighting. Roar! Your first snarl. Excellent. When the fight is over, you're chewing on the other morsel's eye, which is all that remains. Serve that morsel, right? Yeah, tiny temper for the win. Splash, flutter, splish, squeak. Another morsel is too weak to swim properly. It's sinking toward the bottom of the spawning vat. Ignore it and swim on. No, too bad, but these things happen. Oh no, that's terrible. You feel a deep sense of injustice at the smaller morsels impugning demise. If only you could do something about it. Do something about it. Like, don't let them die. Aww. You swim to the morsel, determined to act. Get under the morsel and push it up. You could. Or try to think of something. Trying to think. Go under the morsel and push it up, or try to think of something. Try to think of something. You wreck your newborn brain. Wait, there's some animal bones and sticks writing at the bottom, half hidden beneath the slime clumps. Prop up the dying morsel. You swim to the bottom, casting about. You gather some sticks and the long curving ribs of a deer. Get them jammed together good and tight. The morsel's own dissolving body holds everything together well enough. Half its body is above the surface of the slime. Make sure nobody messes with what you've created. You swim in circles around the rescue morsel, keeping the cruel ones and biters away until your new friend begins to move solidified. Help the morsel off the structure. As you do, you feel dizzy. That's the first. You've never been dizzy before. Everything goes green. Wake up. Your friend is gone, but not dead. Another morsel points to the edge of the spawning vat where, while you slept. The weak one grew into a monsterling. Hooray for brains! You have grown too big for the spawning vat. So this is kind of like a text adventure. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but as you can see today, I'm actually in a sweater as opposed to my t-shirts I normally wear. I'm in a sweater today because it, ironically, here in Michigan, it dropped to 38, and this morning when I woke up, it was like 40. So it got really cold here. You have grown too big for the spawning vat. You must move on to the next stage of life and become a monsterling. Got any advice? You're going to get into some trouble, which is great. Exercise your bravery, cleverness, ferocity, kindness, and honesty. Hold on, because I thought I turned off my phone, because I don't like for my phone to go off while I'm streaming. I think it's rude. When I am streaming, it should be on vibrate, just in case something goes on with my son, but I don't ideally like it to ring while I am streaming. Exercise your bravery, cleverness, ferocity, kindness, and honesty. What kind of monster will you be? Indeed, to the Broad Cave, an adventure. Aw, he's so cute. I'm kind of digging it. It's so cute. Okay, so what is this? Okay, it just shows us our attributes. Okay, adventure. Because lately I still get on, as far as games that I've been playing. I still play Warframe from time to time, but lately MapleStory 2 just came out, so I've been playing a lot of MapleStory 2. Choose your adventure. I don't know. This one came up, so why don't we go with that one? You notice a line of ants marching in and out of the cave. They seem to be building an anthill. Ants, take a closer look. They're red ants. They look angry. Big pinchers in front, big stingers in back. Deal with them before they bite everyone. Leave the problem to the elk. No, deal with them. As you draw close to the line, some of the bigger ants click their mandibles at you. Stump the ants. Deceive them. Use another monsterling to crush them, scare the ants away. You snarl, spit, and puff your breath on the ants. They scatter before you. Only a few remain, and you can just step on those. So it's like a text-based adventure. I'm kind of digging this, though. So we did that one. It popped to this one. Give me a second, because one of my fans, it's kind of annoying me, so I want to kind of like kill it for a second, so, or at least turn it down, so give me a second. Yeah, Wukong is a very difficult frame to play with, though. Like, he's a little difficult to play with. Because like I said, I still get on and play from time to time, but lately I've just been really in the MapleStory. That and Time Spinner. I'm actually at the end game for Time Spinner. A little disappointed because it's kind of a short game, but I still enjoy it. Choose your adventure. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. Nash, or is it Nash, and the G is silent. And tumbles into you, screaming and chased by Sickle, who is also screaming. What's all this then? Stick your head under another monsterling for some peace and quiet. What's all of this? Nash with a silent G, and Sickle are trying to make each other's ears bleed by screaming. Sickle is winning, and Nash with a silent G is running. Protect Nash with a silent G. Make Sickle stop. Ask them politely, of course, to stop screaming. What fun! Join in. Stop them by screaming them down. You open your mouth and everything goes red. By the time you close it, every monsterling has clapped its paws over its ears. But some of them don't have paws. The monsterlings without... Okay, that's fine. That is totally fine because I know you do have both of your marathons. The one for Nerd Stash and the one for BG. So yeah, definitely next week for sure we can game. That's fine. The monstering without paws jam their claws into the ears. They all have claws, but some of them don't have ears. What? The ones without ears use their skin as a membrane, absorbing sound from all directions, and they do not look happy with you. What about Sickle and Nash? Nash, G silent. Sickle is crying in the corner. Nash is nowhere to be seen. Okay, I'm sorry, Sickle. So our honesty is up. Kindness, we don't have any, I guess. We're not very nice. Yep. So choose our next one. It took us to this one. We'll go here. You hear clattering, then flapping. A deer tumbles in through the cave entrance with Beale's tree trapped in his antlers. How did she get stuck in a deer? Oh, how did the deer get stuck around her? Jump out of the way and hide in the corner. No, I want to know how she got stuck. Deer and musclies are traditionally curious about each other. Bliss tree probably flew up and perched on him. Then things got crazy. Wrestled the deer to the ground, calm the deer, joke on Bliss tree, rile the deer up, calm the deer. So we finally got kindness. Soothed by the tone, but if we are gonna game, just kind of like chill out and game next week, Terry, we'll probably do it at the same time we did last time, which would probably be about 12:30. Soothed by the tone of your voice and the gentle touch of your claws, the deer kneels long enough for you to free Bliss Tree. Sis! The deer rushes off. Bliss Tree thanks you, then limps off to tend to a pair of wounded wings. Aww. 5 days left. Okay, it took me here, so I'm just gonna follow where it takes me. Big old ham rat. Yeah, because on Sundays I am now going to be streaming at about 3 p.m. and I'll be doing itch.io games on Sundays. So, big old ham rat comes to the cave with a box full of metal canes. What's this? He says, it's drink or douse day? Douse day? These cans are full of what the humans call soda pop. It's called pop. Monsterlings drink soda pop. It's called pop. Bubbly liquid sugar. You bet. But they also like to see who can chug the most or endure the most exploding metal cans at once. Drink. Show everyone your belly can hold the most soda pop. Douse. See how many exploding cans you can withstand. Drink. You drink a can of soda pop. Refreshing. Ooh, fizzy. Keep drinking. You drink another can of soda pop. Ooh, those bubbles are building up in your belly. This is not a problem. Keep drinking. The third can of soda pop is tricky to chug, but chug you do. This one isn't sweet, but it's still full of bubbles, and so are you. Yuck, this is getting painful. Quit before something bad happens. What's the worst that can happen? Keep drinking. I don't know. I'm gonna stop drinking. I'm like, nope, we're gonna stop drinking. Next. A tiny cat scampers into the cave, followed by a whirly Mitzi Moro. The cat leaps and glides, coming to rest on a high ledge. Watch. The little cat sits on its high ledge, licking one paw and starting down at and staring down at Mipsy Morrow. Mipsy stares back up at the cat. Mipsy Morrow, who is that? Is Mipsy Morrow, or is Mupsy writing a story about the cat? Who is that? Mupsy makes something called the Omen Harbinger for the few months who can read. She's one of the older elders. Her head looks like a mushroom or a brain, okay? The little cat sits on its hind ledge, licking one paw and staring down at Mupsy Morrow. Mupsy stares back up at the cat, okay? She might be. She doesn't look hungry regardless. The little cat, upset that it wasn't consulted in the matter, climbed for the kitty, I'm gonna offer it some food. You stand at the bottom of the cave, holding a paw full of fungus and autotrophic hybrids. The cat ignores you. This isn't working. Try some other kind of food. This isn't working. Throw something at the cat. You dig out a dead rabbit you were saving for later. It's still quite fresh, and the cat comes running to take a bite. Jackpot or Jack Cat or something. You stand before Mupsy Morrow, holding the little cat. She says, "Oh, thank you." Give her the cat. Mupsy says, "Well done, little one. I'm going to put a note about this in the next issue. You'll be famous." Next. You are halfway towards leaving, becoming an adolescent. Firm up your personality as much as you can, okay? Choose your adventure. Elder Marnus in a pool of cave water, puffing her body like a blubweed. She points at something deep under the water. "Will you get that for me, little one? But you can't swim." "Sure, you're not afraid. Plunge straight now. Figure out another way to get the thing out of the water. Tell her you could do it, but you don't feel like it." You jump in and pull yourself along the bottom of the pool with your claws. You easily reach the object, which is a funny yellow rock. Return to the surface. You roll it back to Marnus, who pats you on the head. "Clever one. Well done." Alright, let me see. Our honesty, kindness, we're very kind. We're very smart in our bravery. And we're very ferocious. Almost, anyway. Almost very ferocious. Okay, 2 more days left. Do this one. Something is scurrying along the walls, and the ceiling, and the floor. Spiders as big and round as plates. Ugh. They're swimming into the cave. You can't tell if they're a friend or foe. Confront them. Stay between them and the other monsterlings. Throw blocks to them as a sacrifice. When the leader spider sees what you're doing, it stops and bows to you. It's a trick. Attack. Bow to the spider. The courteous spider spreads its forelegs happily. "So sorry to be a bother. We're a little lost. Can you help us get back to Wellness?" Help them. You tell the lead spider, "Get out the way, then turn left. Go out that way, then turn left. Then just stay on the street until there isn't a street anymore." The spiders all thank you as they depart. Okay, 1 day left. Whatever it brings up is what I'm gonna go with, so. Nash with a silent G spies a delicious mouse head mushroom. "Mine!" She plucks it from the floor, but it tumbles from her claws and bounces into a dark cervix in the wall. Yeah, get it? Let Nash with a G get her own darn marshmallow. Tell Nash she's too afraid to go after it. Get it? Okay, how? Fish out the mushroom with something sticky, crawl inside and get the mushroom. Offer to help. Okay, hold my feet. Nash dives into the crevice and immediately becomes stuck. You pull her out along with the mushroom. She shares it with you. Okay, so now that's it. I'm assuming. I guess we have one more adventure. Oh my, you wake up and find that you're no longer a little monsterling. You're growing up. Elder Marnus calls the oldest monsterlings together in a group. You're one of the oldest ones now, so you should join them. She looks grave. Marnus shuffles down the long tunnel, turning this way and that among dozens of working passages keep going. Marnus stops in a warm, humid chamber with a pit in the floor. She points to the pit, which seats with thick mist. Jump right in. You fall and fall some more. And fall and you're falling and other monsterlings are falling. Yes, some of them are crying and you can't see through the mist. Or is it fog? Maybe clouds. Moans and groans and whispering screams. Where is this? It must be somewhere. You land on smooth, flat stone. Despite the swirling vapor, the floor is dry as a bone. You hear the other monsterlings breathing nearby. Some of them are still above you, still falling. Try to cushion the fall for another one. Oof! You don't see who you helped. Whoever it is rolls away in the thick fog without a word. Gratitude is not important. You rejoin some of the monsterlings at the edge of the mist. There are more passages out here than you can count. Some monsterlings begin to panic while others look determined. You should take charge. The other monsterlings watch you curious. Lead the way personally. Slash the others to show them you're in charge. Help everyone work together. You strike out with courage and confidence. The other monsterlings follow you, choosing turns and force at random. You soon walk into a cave full of even thicker mist. Such thick mist. The chamber swirls with mist, smoke, fog, vapor. It's not any of those things. It's ghosts. Hundreds of them. Large and small. They're everywhere. Spooky. One by one, the pale ghosts begin to turn their attention to you. Their eyes glow different colors. Stand fast. The ghosts speak in many voices, all hollow and distant, all in unison. They ask you, do you fear? Yes, this is scary. Attack them. Wait and say nothing. The ghosts stare into and through you as though you're the one made of mist. One sharp voice speaks from behind you. Why are you here? Lecture the ghosts about the monster life cycle. Attack them. Bide your time. A small ghost coils around your feet like a cold, wet snake. The ghost moans, will you lend us some of your blood so we may go on? I don't know. I guess it's more so left to interpretation because some people may not see them as being pale, you know. You've seen that too in some movies. Sometimes they will be pale or they'll be like a, you know, kind of like a blue or, you know, things like that. So I'm assuming that's what they're going with. At least that's what I would like to say. That I think that's what they're going with. So, we're gonna attack it. You scream and leap. The ghosts are insubstantial, swirling around your claws like nothing at all. Nothing at all? Just want to make sure it's nothing important. Okay. You scream and leap. The ghosts are... Oh, okay. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Stupid spectral monsters. They laugh at you and prove that they're not entirely untouchable. Thin trindles of mist circle your throat and begin to squeeze. Pass out. End of Monsterling Hood. Here's how you doing. 44% bravery. Cleverness is 51. Ferociousness is 32. Honesty is 9%. Honesty is 9%, and then our kindness is 48. So we need to kind of work on honesty. You wake up inside a well-appointed hovel. This is your home now. What should you be doing? Start living as an adolescent monster. kind by my. Okay, so each little segment. Hello, Retro. How are you today? So it looks like each little segment, at least from what I can see, it looks like each little segment of this has about 8 days. So we'll play a little bit of this one, and then we will switch to our next game, which I believe is Sword of the Guardian. So we're gonna play this a little longer because I kind of liked it. I like it though. I thought it was a visual novel, but it's more like a text-based adventure. Is what I'm getting from it. Adventure in town. And whatever they choose for my adventure to be, because I don't think you can read about them. They're at random. So I'm just going with what they give me. You hear screams, shrieks, and cheers, and you come running. The oldest monster is fighting a challenger. Even the elder monsters flee to a safe distance. They know this could turn out badly. Who's fighting? Watch closely and learn. Get something clean and done instead. Try to stop the fight. Roar! You plunge in, swiping at everyone in a vain attempt to break things up. Both great beasts pause and look down at you, a little confused. Yay me! The oldest monster opens its mouth and emits a keening wail, then slices one of the purple challenger's tentacles off without looking. As blood showers down around you, the elders cry out until terror stand up to him. Seriously, you just stepped into a fight with the oldest monster. He just literally disarmed the other monster without breaking a sweat. Well, yes. He could probably eat all of Omen, and you're standing up to him? Martyrs pumps herself up and rolls between the fighters like a great spiny boulder, trying to grab you and pull you out of there. Oh. The oldest monster tail twitches barely, and Marnus is not the way like a ball deflating and bleeding. Run away. You get 2 steps before the purple challenger snaps you up in his jaws. Just before you can chew, the oldest monster rips his head clean off and hurls it away. Stand tall. Nope. No, you nearly poop yourself out of fear, and now nobody will meet your eyes. Okay. Well, that happened. That totally happened. We went the wrong way with that one, but you know, it's okay. We'll roll with it. We're gonna rule it. Okay. Okay, so the next one. Oh boy, Smark set up a human chess set. You sit down to play. You don't know the rules, but a smart monster like you should be able to figure out something. Ask Smark how to play. Smark points at the pieces and moves some of them around, then knocks one over with another. It must be a fighting game. Aha! Smark then thinks for a moment and with finesse pushes all your pieces down and taps his head. Sounds like victory. Aha! Smart picks the 16 short pieces and you get the 16 ones with different shapes. He makes one of his short guys kick over your horsey. Use the Inferno Gambit. Set the board on fire. Okay. Dragon Defense. Blow Smark's pieces off the board. Feet of Clay. Glue Smark's pieces to the board. Puff. Most of Shark's pieces fly off the board, but he's able to save one. You both enjoy the rest of the game. Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it? Okay, next. You see Jaggery in a haze of buzzy, angry, yellow bees. It looks like he stole a beehive off of a tree and took it home. You can see why. Honey is irresistible. Jaggery motions for you to help him. Size up the situation, help him out, don't interfere, nature is beautiful. Who cares about a few bees' stings? Grab the honey. I'm gonna help him out. Just standing there thinking about it, you get stung twice. The bees are getting angrier and angrier. Jaggery frowns and asks, what do we do? Put the hive near the smokehouse. It worked. The bees fall asleep and you get a double clawful of stinger-free honey. And I only know that because, I like to watch documentaries and I watched one on bees. choose your adventure. Nash Nash with a silent G. I'm going with his name. Her name is Nash Nash. Is picking on a tiny bliss tree. She's getting knocked down every time she gets up. Nash Nash asks if you want to ask. Ask her why she's doing that to Bliss Tree. Walk away. Nash Nash is the same. Help Nash Nash hurt Bliss Tree. I'd rather fight you, Nash Nash. Yeah, stop being a bully. Without even a thanks, Bliss Tree runs away, leaving you and Nash Nash to tussle in the street. Do you push the attack? Yeah, I'm gonna fight her. I'm sorry. Nash Nash is savage, but she's tired herself out, and you're full of energy. You beat Nash Nash to a pulp. Nash Nash pants. Impressive. Yeah, don't be picking on Bliss Tree. She didn't ask for that. Choose your adventure. As you're walking down the street, you feel a stinging sensation. Something just bit your foot. Get it off. When you look down, you see a small pile of human teeth in a small wire mesh bag. Some monster must have dropped them. Help find the owner. You visit Mutsi Mura, who agrees to publish a found ad in the Omen Harbinger if you want. She says, I can do a feature on how honest you were today, too. Give all of them back and skip the feature. Keep a few for yourself and get in the paper while you're at it. No, give them all back and skip it. Yeah. When he sees the ad in the paper, Hemorrhage comes and gets his teeth back. You don't step up and take credit, but Mutsi whispers something to Hemorrhage, who looks at you with dawning respect. Okay, we moved up our honesty, which is good. I'm kind of digging this game though, because like I said, it's like a text adventure game, and it also reminds me again of those books from when I was a kid, where it'd be like, okay, you read one passage and be like, okay, and these are your two choices. If you choose this, jump to page like 67. If you choose this, jump to page 32. You know, one of those types of book. Choose your adventure. This one. Greed Blitz walks past your stoop. He stops, calls, and tilts his head, proudly showing off his baseball hat. It makes him look ridiculous. What's baseball? Ask him about the hat. Be polite and non-communical. Tell him it looks spectacular, doesn't it? Greed Blitz says, I gave a talking fox a whole bushel of rabbits for it. He says it's what all the smartest humans are wearing these days. Monsters walk by, pointing and snickering at the ridiculous chapeau as they do. Gently tell him the trope. It sort of looks like a duck's face. Be polite. He looks happy. Greed Blitz beams, misinterpreting your attention. A duck's face I stole from the humans. He moves away to show the others. Adventure in town. Choose your adventure. You and Glob's Claws are playing Toss the Kitten. You're winning 2-1 when crash, you miss. Whoops. And the kitten shatters Hamrag's window. Oops. Stick around. Run for it. Stick around. Hamrag's come crashing out of his hovel, still half asleep but all the way angry. Who did this? I'll drown you in the spawning vat. I cannot tell a lie. Hamrag whirls and glares at you so hard that you feel heavy and hot. His eyes began to shine with a weird red light. Oh, really? It was me. Really? Thanks for telling me who did it. Hamrag doesn't actually drown you, but he lashes out with a terrifying kick. Ouch, honesty can hurt. You roll halfway to the edge of town, where you try and fail to stand up. Too dizzy to do anything at all. Okay. We have 1 day left, so after this little adventure, I will stop it here and then move to the next game. Choose your adventure. Yep, this looks like a great adventure. Blots waddles over to you. I'm all out of snacks. Got any to spare? Regard Blots for a moment. Blots is tiny. In the right light, one could easily mistake him for a squirrel. His neck is especially flexible from looking over his shoulder so much. He's Nash with a silent G, best friend, which means she's constantly attacking him. Give him a snack. He didn't ask to be her friend. Bolt's grand. That's great. Thanks so much. He waddles away, munching on a bitter beetle. adventure in town. Adolescence is fleeting. You have grown beyond youth and have become an adult. Yes! You've been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors. Trying to sleep here, fight them. What, who, the, where, why now? They tell you it's time to grow up. You're taken into the woods, okay? The neighbors throw you into the center of a great circle of monsters, all older than you. They whisper to each other, they look at you, they whisper some more. The monsters murmur and mutter, spit and snarl. They're deciding what best defines you as a monster. Wait patiently. After a while, the muttering stops. Through the murmuring goes on for some time longer. Finally, the assembled monsters come to a decision. Well, what is it? The ring of monsters shovels closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elders loom over you while the smaller adults crouch low. Your surroundings grow shadowy and dark. Wait, what's happening? Do your part in the ceremony of adulthood. The other monsters hold you in some respect. 5 out of a possible 100 points. Good for them. Someone calls you clever. A roar of approval raises from the cloud. You knew it. All the monsters in the circle begin to hum, growl, and sing. It's a traditional serenade to the snake moon. Join the serenade. Figure out a counterpoint and impress them. I think our cleverness is... I got 5 respect. Impressive. Everyone cheers as you improve the song in an entirely new way. Now to compose a new and better tune. You whip up an estrusonous melody that rocks them where they stand. The monsters ooh and ah. Some of them start humming the new tune. They'll be humming it for days. Now then. Okay. End of adolescence. Here's how you're doing. 62% for bravery. 74% for cleverness. 50% for ferociousness. 48% for honesty. And our kindness is at 57, and I am not sure with this up and down thing. I think that means we went up or down by 20%. You're an adult now. You'll grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutable as it was when you were younger. Onward to adulthood. And that is where I am actually going to stop the game. Again, this is called Monster Loves You. It is available on Steam, but I am currently playing the Nintendo Switch version. But other than that, I thought the game was really good. Like, I liked it because it's a... It's okay. It happens like that, Retro. It totally happens like that. It's okay. It happens. But this is available on the Nintendo Switch. As always, I do highlights of all the games I play. So when I do the highlight for this, the links to pick it up on PC and the Switch will be in the description. If it is available on other platforms, I will definitely get those links in the description.